The president, let me first thank my people for their turnout. You have so many villages are represented in this farm here, though it belongs to Sioni and Bajiran. But regardless of that, with the cooperation we have in the world, all the other villages decided to join together. Wherever we have such farms, because this is not the only farm within the world. We have farms all around the world in all other villages, and wherever there is work, communally, we invite other villages also to come and join us.
Alhaji Malafi Kole, the representative of Sion Alcalo, Abdu FHS Jajo, former National Assembly member for Combo Central, Kadi Nyansi of Bajiran, and Fatu Jallo, the women mobilizer of Marakis Award, all described the president's call as a worthy cause, urging all and sundry to emulate it for the socio-economic advancement of the Gambia. These people are of the conviction that if all Gambians respond to the president's back to the land clarion call, the issue of food crisis and the importation of food will soon be a thing of the past. Buba Sise, Grts.
The Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, in collaboration with its partners, Wednesday launched the rotavirus vaccine to be introduced into the expanded program on immunization service in the country. The rota vaccine, according to experts, would prevent children under 5 years from diarrhea caused by rotavirus infections. Abdullah Baji reports.
All walks of life gathered at the Kanifing Municipal Council to witness the launching of the rotavirus vaccine in the country. Rotavirus is the most common cause of severe diarrhea among children, affecting 95% of children under the age of 5 worldwide, according to World Health Organization statistics. WHO Country Director Dr. Thomas Sukwa spoke of his office's support to the Gambia's rotavirus sentimental surveillance, which has been providing assistance to the country for the past 3 years.
We would like to put it on record that WHO, in collaboration with the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization, Gavi, stand ready to continue giving the required technical and financial support in ensuring that the rotavirus vaccine being launched today is sustained and that the required surveillance for adverse events following immunization is strengthened.
WHO Country Director also applauded the government of the Gambia to the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare for its commitment to child survival initiatives and in particular for making this strategic decision to introduce this new vaccine in the country. Mayor Yankuba Koli of the Kanifing Municipal Council registered his profound gratitude to all those who partnered with government to make the rotavirus vaccine a reality in the country, whilst calling on people to practice proper hygiene methods in order to reduce the risk of children exposed to such disease.
As adults and specifically parents, we are all familiar with the major causes of diarrhea and the availability of the vaccine must not lead us into educating our primary responsibility of ensuring maximum standard of hygiene in our homes. This is particularly important as we enter the peak of the rainy season. Let us ensure that our backyards, restrooms, and surroundings are kept clean at all times.
Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Matilda Boy, describes the launching as a milestone event, government's efforts to improving the health and well-being of children in the Gambia.
It is a day marking the introduction of rotavirus vaccine into the routine expanded program on immunization, normally we say EPI services. Rota is the 11th childhood disease condition that the program is vaccinating against. The vaccine protects children against diarrhea, which is one of the leading causes of morbidity and mortality among children in the Gambia.
To guarantee complete protection, Madam Boy added, each child would be given the required dose, whilst all public hospitals, health centers and clinics will be given the vaccine as part of the routine expanded program on immunization.
In the Gambia, nearly 300 children of this age group die from rotavirus infection. Therefore, it is important to ensure that every eligible child is vaccinated against rotavirus.
The introduction of this vaccine, coupled with proper hygiene standards, officials believe would contribute significantly towards the reduction of infant and child morbidity and mortality. Reporting for Grts News, I am Abdullah Baji.
The parents of a 2-month-old baby suffering from a heart disorder are seeking assistance to enable the ailing child go for overseas treatment. The respiratory condition, as we hear in this report by Rahibite, is compounded by fever and feeding difficulties.
This 2-month boy, battling with feeding difficulties, fever and fast breathing since his birth, is causing his parents sleepless nights as they ponder over the cost of his treatment overseas. Feeding, according to the kid's mother, Kajatu Bari, remains a problem as father's breathing keeps interrupting his breastfeeding, which also reduces the child's weight by the day. Such a scenario, too, is compounded by pain, high blood temperature, and sleepless nights. A medical report issued by the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital shows a respiratory distress with his liver 8 centimeters below the normal level. Recounting the numerous efforts they have gone through after the kid's admission into the hospital for more than a month, his father, Serindao, bemoaned that they are now home and resigned to fate until such a day when a good Samaritan will give them the financial support to get the child to Dakar for treatment. Sering and his wife used this coverage to appeal to the head of states and the general public for immediate help. Those in position to offer help can contact the family on 702-5411 or 7798-352. Rohibite, Grts.
The general public is hereby informed that ferry services at the Banjul-Bara crossing point will be closed at 800 hours on Monday, 19th August 2013. A media release from the Gambia Ferry Services Management Company Limited says this disruption of ferry services is to enable the contractors complete the civil works around the Banjul terminal landing areas. Normal service, according to the dispatch, will resume on Tuesday, 20th August 2013 at 700 hours. We'll be back with news from outside the Gambia after this break. Welcome back. A remembrance ceremony has been held for 34 miners killed 1 year ago on Friday in South Africa. They were staging a wildcat strike for better wages and working conditions when they were shot dead by police. It was called the worst violence in the Rainbow Nation since the end of apartheid. Police say they were acting in self-defense against the miners, some of whom were armed with machetes. A year on, a government probe into the incident is incomplete. Sinens Kepeling Bambuse has more from Marikana.
From what they're saying, in the 12 months since that police shooting, they say nothing has changed in their lives. Take a look. The killing fields of Marikana. That's what this area northwest of Johannesburg was dubbed last August. First, 10 people were killed, many of them hacked to death during a wildcat strike over wages at Lonmin Platinum Mine. And then this. 34 more gunned down in this dramatic confrontation. Police say they acted in self-defense against protesting miners armed with clubs and machetes. A year later, a commission of inquiry set up to probe the incident drags on, marred by delays. The community awaits answers while struggling to deal with the trauma.
You can't expect someone really to be normal, who was there, who witnessed, physically witnessed the situation, just to live a normal life. We have seen, a series of suicides, and I think everyone was terrified and traumatized too.
The Marikana settlement is located in South Africa's Platinum Belt. This region contains the world's largest reserves of the metal, yet people here have no proper housing or sanitation. And in the 12 months since the police shootings, we've been told many promises have been made